record. All right, we are recording. Hi, everybody. I already said hi to everybody, but tonight we are super excited because we just got back from boot camp. Balta, Lynn, aka Mama Rapper, I call her Mama Rapper, I should say aka Lynn, we're there along with Brandy, who is going to DC tomorrow, so she's not going to be jumping on, but she gave me notes that she wants me to, tips and whatever that she got from it. So I'm going to share those. And then I have it recorded. So if anybody's not on that wanted to get on or wanted to hear it, I took notes upon notes upon notes upon notes. Like I have a notebook full of notes from this weekend. I was just saying it was exactly what I needed, along with something that Miss Lori Rule posted. Let me see if I can find it, because it was just everything kind of fell into place the way it was supposed to. But Friday night I did a diamond and above training, and all the leaders were there, and it was pretty up close and personal. I only knew Jody Busher, and then I knew some of the other people that were around, and so I just sat by myself and I just kind of took it in, and I'm gonna cry. But they just kept saying, you earned the spot. You earned to be here. You earned the spot to be here. And sometimes we don't know that we do, we feel like we've kind of fallen back or whatever and stuff. But they were very it was very humbling and very great for them to just, I guess, be real and talk about real stuff, and to also, talk about how people have been in the company for 10 years, you know what I mean? And it takes time, and everybody has nobody goes like this. So we're all human. We all go through things. And just talking about how we just need to get over things that kind of have come our way, which came to what Lori had posted, a picture. Try not to cry. I've been really emotional. So we are made of all those who have built and broken us. And then a friend of mine had posted on there, and she goes, and I thank every one of them. And so in my head, that post, along with thanking everybody who has broken me and everything, and every blessing that there is, I just go, thank you. And to be a bigger person and a better person. And so that training on Friday night, them talking about that and talking about leading your team and do what you need to do, and everybody else that wants to do it will follow. And I've heard it many a times, and I've put in our group, who wants me to do an online party? Crickets. So guess what I don't do? I don't do an online party. But who is that hurting? It's hurting me, because I'm not putting myself out there, but it's also hurting my team, because if I did it, people would jump in. But because people aren't jumping in and commenting, I kind of push back. And so I have decided this is my new term. Instead of Pam Soder saying, get over yourself, my new saying is get your head out of your ass. So that is Claire's new saying. Sorry, Ella Grace, if you're sitting right there.
She's not.
Okay, and that's for my own. I walked out of there bawling Friday night going, you need to get your head out of your ass, because you joined this for a reason. You love the products because they help you, and you have a lot of people that you need to share this with, and you have people who want to do this too. They just don't know what to do. So we are starting all over again. I'm doing Claire 1.0. That's what I'm doing. I have my steps to success. I already wrote it out. Show you what I did.
Hi, Ella Gray.
It's all wrote out. I wrote it out. I didn't even print it. I'm like, everybody can do this, right? We can write it on a piece of paper, and we need to do it. So I joined, right? I did my ADBV auto shipment. I did that. I did sign loyal customers this month. I'm pretty proud of myself on that. but it's going through and doing this. And when we were there, there was so much info. So we're going to do like Zooms upon Zooms about this stuff because we got lots of info, people. But I did get, oh, snap. I'll have to have Volta talk. I'll have to grab it. I got a form. I showed, you guys saw a picture of it in our group for the leaders. I will post pictures of those, and it talks about breaking up your time, like a third on your team, a third on self-development, and a third on your action. So their big thing on action was you need to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. That was repeated numerous times the entire time. Because we get complacent, we settle. I mean, I was a diamond, and I was content there, right? Until everything kind of crumbled apart. And then I'm looking at it going, And Mark said, we were number 33 in like the company of the direct sales networking, which out of, I don't know how many, 500 people or whatever, 500 countries or companies. And he goes, that number is good, but I'm going to look at that number and I'm not going to let it define me, but I'm going to make it drive me. So we can look at our paychecks and we can look at them and we can say, not exactly what I want right now. So am I going to make that define me and break my heart and let me go down? It's probably for a moment. So take that time to do that. And then after that, you need to make it drive you to do what you were doing before to get to where you want or where you were before or beyond that. And Denise Walsh is very into envisioning things. So she made us sit there and close our eyes and picture the amount that we wanted to make monthly. And it's going to change, right? All the time. So hers was like outrageous amount. Like I would probably have a heart attack if mine hit that amount. But hers was like 300,000 a month or something wild. I'm like, whoa, I'd be happy with 5. So, but she had us close our eyes and think about it and where we'd be sitting at that moment when we look in our commissions posted and how we would feel at that moment. And she had us do that and we all had to scream and do our thing. And, but it's really envisioning that. And I want to maybe make a vision board. I like dream boards, but I like a vision board. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a new one of those because I've been meaning to do one for a while and I haven't done one. So that would be something. Anyway, so I'm going on lots of tangents. But they did a newbie checklist, and because I'm starting over, Clara 1.0. I am going to launch my business again, so I am going to have my own party. I am going to what's the other thing? Do my own party. But I have a list, my weekly goal. So in that legendary booklet thing that I was talking about, I'm distracted. Not looking at my notes. It broke things down into being a leader, what to do for your team, what you need to do, but then it had like this week's goal and last week's goal, and you critique what you did from the week before. So you look at what you're doing too, not just saying, oh, Lori didn't ever do that live party like she said she was going to. You know what I mean? Like, so instead of looking at everybody else, or Claire didn't do that party like she said she was going to, or whatever, like, instead of looking at everybody else, it's kind of like, what did you do? So you kind of look at yourself and then what you did for your team, and it kind of breaks it down that way. I will post it in the group, and there's 5 different pictures, or pages, so you can kind of go through and see if it relates to you and if it resonates with you. Gina, I actually have an extra one I will send to you so you have a physical copy.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. So with that, they went through a lot of stuff. So like I said, Friday, I could probably go on forever, but yeah, thank all the people in the lessons that have heard us and grow and say thank you. Remember why we started. Write down why you started. I know Volta and Brandy both have kind of went through and kind of did a little post since we got back, kind of talking about why and what they're doing. I'm thinking about going live with it. But digging deep and kind of really looking at why you joined and why you're here or why you're still here and why you're on this Zoom and what you want to get out of this and really digging deep about it. and going big. I mean, God's put lots of great things in our lives, and we wouldn't be here if we weren't meant to dream big and follow the amazing path that's ahead of us. So, and it's always easier, like I said, to stay compliant and stay satisfied where you are, and then not doing anything or whatever, and then things kind of go, and then we got to go, what's going on? What are we going to do? Da, 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 da. And then the fear factor comes in, right? So fear is our reaction to anything. If we overthink it, if we hesitate, we start to overthink everything. We have a Blitz card in our hand, we want to give it to the cashier, we start to overthink it, and we put it back in our purse. Instead of just saying 2 seconds of courage, here you go. You're awesome. Here's a coupon. So we overthink it and we kind of step away and we stop ourselves from doing things, even just making connections. And the big thing with them was just make a connection with somebody. You don't have to start with a business right away, but meet somebody and talk to people. So meet new people and go to a different grocery store, go to a different gas station, and just talk to people and build that relationship with them. You can always give them a coupon, or you can just, like I said, build that relationship and be able to kind of make them your new warm market, so you're not just feel like you're cold calling everybody. That was the whole thing. And then one more thing, and then I'm going to switch it over there. But Green Carpet tickets are for sale. They are coming out with a product directed towards men. And they're also coming up with like a men's business builder video to help men work on how to work their businesses. Mark was talking to us about how he kind of sees us as sort of like mostly women, even though other people are like, no, because everybody can use your ThermoFit and your greens and stuff, but a lot of our stuff is towards women, right? So they want to do something towards men, and they want to do a like business video to help them use that. And then also a video for the wives to say here. So they can understand why the men need to do this, or you know what I mean? So kind of put it in two different videos, and then they're going to come out with a product. I have no clue, but something directed towards men. So that could be a fun thing you can throw out there in the world and see what people think it could be. So that'll be at Green Carpet on June 22nd, that weekend that they're doing that stuff. So that's super fun. And then the Chase the Lion book, I know some people were wondering about it. I did do the Zoom. I haven't seen it posted yet. I did the Zoom on Monday morning or Monday at noon. It's kind of, to me, reminds me of a book club / Bible study / like pumping up your heart with your business, your professional life, and your spiritual life. I loved it. I, again, cried when I got done and during. So I loved it. I am reading the book. Lori, did I give you the one about the Chase the Lion into the Pit?
In the pit with a lion on a snowy day?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it similar to that one?
This is like the sequel to that one.
I got the one. I got the book you're reading now on my Kindle.
Okay.
I never completely finished in the pit with the lion on a snowy day. I got like 3/4 of the way through it, and then it got lost in the shuffle of all the other books I was reading.
Yep. So it's like
a sequel to it?
Yeah, it's kind of like the sequel.
Okay.
Okay, anyway. So that's what that's about. And I will, when I find the Zoom recorded, I will post that in the group for anybody that wants to. But again, I got done. I go, that was exactly what I needed. This is exactly, just things are hitting home right now. So, and I could talk forever. Never, because I have lots of notes. But so that's great. That's another fun thing that is good on that action. Valta, I'm gonna stop talking for a second. I'm gonna let you talk for a second, because you and Miss Brandy have been booking parties since we got back.
Yeah. So, just like you, Claire, it was what I needed at the moment. I truly had. Everybody else was, Angie had texted me and said she was going. My girlfriend from Dayton that went with us last year to conference, and Brandy, and I was like, I really hadn't thought about it, but I was like, okay, I'll go. And it was pretty much my, like, I'm like, I will see this weekend that I thought I was going to stop. Like, I thought it was probably going to be the end of it. I pretty much was just going to keep ordering, but not do anything. But, I walked in there and I had the momentum, I had the excitement, all the fun stuff. It was small, so it was a lot different than conference for me. It was very intimate, and I felt like I was almost being spoke to by everyone that was on stage. I think my biggest takeaways were when Mike talked about the colors and he related them to our customers. And I never, ever, ever put those two together. I had gone to Freedom U in August of 15, I think it was. And we had done the colors thing, and I would literally just looked at it as the colors of myself. Like, I'm a yellow, and I'm a wimp, and I love people, but I'm not gonna put myself out there, and that's always how I've been. But I never really thought about putting those colors with the people that I'm talking to, and my customers, and making myself more of what they are so that they can relate to me. So that was big for me. That spoke to me like volumes. So that was probably one of the biggest things that I took away. The other big thing I took away was Pam Souter, not really necessarily this time saying get over yourself, but you're worthy. You're worthy, you're worthy, you're worthy. Because every story that they had a few people raise their hand and ask questions and basically tell their stories and their difficulties and their triumphs and everything. And every single one of them had a piece of me in it. And I never, ever thought that there were other people that were feeling the same way I was. I just thought, I just can't get this business. So that was good for me too. And then Mark, when he got up on stage and he was talking about looking out into the crowd, and he's pointing to all of us that are sitting on the sides, and he says, I was there where you are once, and what in the world makes you think that you're basically not worthy of being right up here on the stage with me? I was like, wow. He's like, look at all these people that are down here. Do they look any different than you? They don't. And I was like, true story. And then I started thinking about my why and remembering, what I know I didn't step into this business for that. But once I started thinking about it, my why is bigger than everything else. So I still, to this day, it doesn't matter to me how much money I make with this business, but it makes me feel a whole hell of a lot better because I've had a better attitude. I've felt more positive about everything in the last few days. And I remember that feeling from so long ago, and I just don't want to let that go. So whether I never make $1,000 a month or not, I still don't want to give up this business and the friendships and the fun that I have doing it. Brandy and I, on the way home, we talked about what we were going to do and how we were going to try to keep each other grounded, and how we were going to reach out to each other and keep each other accountable, and how we were going to help each other. And we talked about our whys, and we talked about putting that vision dream board together again, and starting over. My goals are to reach out to 5 people every day, whether I hear back from them or not. I'm 5 different people each day. And then I'm going to start doing a product of the week, and just each day doing information about that one product just for one entire week. And then Brandy and I have booked she's booked 2 parties. I booked a facial wine night. So we're just reaching out and whatever we can do, and then trying to help each other. So
Yes.
Yay.
That's key, girl. That is key, and that's huge that you guys are doing that. Since we were talking about Brandy. Brandy said the color personality thing, same thing. She that resonated with her. Also, even Michelle was there with us. She messaged me last night. She was talking to a yellow. She was completely blue. Claire, I need help. There's a girl that's yellow and she needs my help. How do I talk to her? So we sat there and I messaged her back and forth. So that was super good. She said, like you, Valta and Brandy are holding themselves accountable. They're accountability partners. So she said if you can find an accountability partner, that would be great. Messaging 5 people. I would try, do you guys do the typing it out or are you doing the voice message?
I didn't think about doing the voice message. I basically came up with a little letter that basically was a little bit like my Facebook post saying that I was re-energizing my business, that I really was looking for friends that were willing to help me. I wanted to book parties, and so I basically was reaching out that way. I didn't think about doing the voice messages, but it might be a good idea.
Might be. And there was a guy who just posted in the Game Changers. I didn't get to watch it, but he's talking about using his voice. So I think he was, I don't know if he was singing, but I think he was using the voice messenger was, I think, the idea. So that's what triggered that just now. And then be vulnerable and let people know why you're doing this. Do a product of the day or the week posts. So those were Brandy's ideas as well. So you girls are obviously on the same page. So I think that's huge for you guys because I know we all know life gets busy and we start to get, all over the place. So if just a little bit of something each day, that's even before, like I was like 15 minutes, but even if that sounds like too much, yeah, just 5 different times of messaging somebody. And like you said, whether you hear back, don't take it personally. Sometimes people just don't.
No.
The
other thing I was doing is I used to never send text messages. I did all of it through Facebook Messenger. People ignore that like they do every day. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to step up and be a little bit bolder, and I'm doing text messaging too. And they can ignore it, that's fine, but they'll see that for sure.
Right. No, for sure. No, super good. Mama Rapper was with us as well. Yeah. Anything you want to share, Mom?
Well, I don't know, Brandy and all them, they all said what I was thinking. I'm going to start over too. Start a different plan.
Might as well. Oh, yeah. I think we all just need to do that and just say, I'm just starting my business right now from day one. I'm starting right now and just, you know what I mean? What do you want? What do you want to do with it and roll with it? Because I think if you look back at what happened, whatever, and start dwelling on whatever, I've been doing this, the whole thing also, okay, I'm all over the place, but these people are talking about doing this company and they've been doing it for 8 to 10 years. Well, how long have you been doing it, Mama Rapper? 2?
2.
So, yeah. So 2.5. You know what I mean? So think about that. I mean, these people are doing, I'm like, okay, 4 years I've been doing this. You know what I mean? And Cammie Dempsey said, or not Cammie Dempsey, yeah, she said she took her 6 months before she signed a distributor, she's almost quit how many times? This happens, you guys. Like they said, I mean, everybody goes through this. Nobody's flying to the top and just hanging. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what it's doing. And still, Stephanie and Joel Dunn are still down-to-earth people, and they're still helping their team, and they're still doing the same things and sharing this thing with people. Joel Dunn opened the door for me, too, and that was pretty sweet. But, you know what I mean? Like, they're just, everybody's real. Like, that was the other thing, I guess. You know what I mean? Like Valta said, they were real people. Like, I'm going up there and getting selfies with them, and I'm like, they're just real people. They're no different than any of us, and we can do exactly what they're doing. We just need to get wraps on more people, and we need to share it with more people. We need to open the mouth and share.
Do you know what the other thing that resonated with me is that Cammie Dempsey, how long did she say it took her to even be convinced that the wrap worked? She was like, I was the biggest skeptic ever. And I'm like, really? Like, your parents are this business. How did you not get started right out the door? And what did she say?
3 or 4 years until after before she even joined.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that made me feel like, oh, you know what? There is a reason why we keep hounding people. We keep bugging people because
Right.
eventually they will believe.
Right. Yeah, because she didn't wrap until after she had her first child. Because she goes, I was really kind of good until I had my baby, and then after my baby, and I was like, oh, not where I'm used to be. And then she did it, and then she's maintained. So she goes, I didn't do it again, but I got pregnant again, had another baby, and after that, she goes, I started rapping again. So she, you know, and that, so they went and talked that route too. So it was kind of, yeah, that was kind of a real thing. But they did, yeah, and they went around and asked people like what their fears were and what was holding them back and that kind of stuff.
You
And
need
I'm
to go to
sitting
bed.
there, and there's
You're making
people
me
that are like fighting cancer and
One
going through
second.
all these things, and I'm like, they could have gave up, and they didn't. And I'm like, I don't have any of those excuses at all. Like, theirs are way bigger than mine, and what am I doing? Do you know what I mean? So to me, it just kind of, I don't know. The whole thing, the whole entire weekend was way more intimate, way more like, I just felt it was exactly what I needed to do. And I just have to write down what I'm going to do, and I need to be intentional and do it. I am going to, like I said, I'm going to do an online party one of these nights. To be a little different. I'm going to do that. So I want to do more stuff for our team and what we can do. And then whoever jumps along wants to do it with me, jump on in. I want to help everybody be happy and successful. But you guys have to also make that commitment to yourselves and do that. So I really think you have to dig deep on these visions and figure out what you want and what you want to do. And, Houghton team, I'm going to do a look at my schedule and see when we can get together. I also talked to Shelly Hyde. I got to see, I'm all over the place. I love you guys. Okay, Shelly Hyde was there, and when I went Facebook Live, when I went across the stage, she said, I said, this is for the Youpers, and she said, I'm going to Sheboygan, because they don't always understand where we are. But I said, okay, so I messaged her and I said, when are you going to Sheboygan? She goes, I'm going on vacation right now. Message me if you don't hear back from me, and we will set something up. So Shelly Hyde, because we don't have a triple or diamond or above around us to do any of these one team, one missions, that kind of stuff. Let's go feed off some people like we just did this weekend. So if Shelly Hyde is going to, Ambassador Diamond Shelly Hyde is going to do a thing, then we're going to go to it. So I'm hoping it's after school gets out so Lori can go, you know what I mean? Like, so more people can go and feel this, because super good. And I know Cammie Dempsey's doing some stuff for people, like leaders who wanted to do more. So there was like a private group like Jody Busher and them were in a different spot, like at lunchtime and stuff. So stuff's happening, and it's good stuff, and our company isn't going anywhere. They only have their number that they're at right now. They're just driving to go better and help more people. And trying to help us. They said they're working on all their support stuff. They're working on everything that they can for us as well. So they're working on improving things for us too. So, and they kept saying simple and have fun. Those were the entire thing that I heard over and over and over again this weekend. But yeah.
Overthink it, just have fun, yeah.
Yeah, they said it so many times, like just have fun with it. So any questions? Because I could ramble like for days, you guys. Good. But you guys are worthy. And that was the other thing they kept saying. You are all worthy. Made us say, I am good enough. I'm smart enough. I'm worthy. All the stuff I wrote down. And Cindy's thing, instead of saying, oh, I have to blitz today, I get to share today with somebody. I get to. You know, because they use I use the thing with my husband. I have to go home and make dinner for my husband. Well, I have a husband, right? So that's kudos. I have food on my table, so I'm able to do that. So these are all things that I get to do this, because not everybody has those things. So that's something we do have, this opportunity and this blessing in our hands that we can help people with. So if we look at it more of I get to do this versus I have to do this type of thing. Switch that mindset. They talked a lot about mindset as well. So, but yeah, I loved it. Like I said, I wrote notes and everything for you guys today. My steps to success. I got all my goals written down, what I want to do this week. But that's, I don't know, in a nutshell, that's kind of what it is. But I'll go through more stuff, and I will post the worksheet thing that I got at the Friday night thing. I'll post those pictures in there so you can kind of look at it, and you can just download them or take whatever information you want off of those. But I think if we just get back to the basics and just get wraps on people and just be excited about what we have our hands on and have fun with it, that's exactly what happens, and people watch that, So that's what I think. What don't you think? Anybody? You're like, I'm a talker. And I touched
You're doing great.
shoulder. Oh, and I got selfies. It was great. That was like, I don't know. That was awesome. Amy's like, I see Amy. Claire, you're doing everything we were doing that we wanted to do. Pam's out her. We chased her, didn't we? We couldn't get her. I got her. I cornered her. She couldn't go anywhere. She was stuck.
They all looked, I told Lori they all looked chubby on the stage. Did they in real life?
Do they look chubby?
Always looked chubby, but Pam looked chubby, and so did Cammie Dempsey. They looked chubby on your videos. I'm like, well, what's going on with these people?
I don't think they did.
I don't think so either.
Must have been the camera.
Huh?
Camera adds 10 to 15 pounds.
Yeah,
right?
camera adds 10 to 15 pounds. I'm like,
Yeah.
You didn't shag down Dr. Don. What the heck?
I couldn't. He wasn't around.
Wow. He probably was scared.
He was.
He was like, never again. Claire Lovelace is in the audience. I will not go near that crowd.
Yeah,
He didn't get the memo that Amy and I missed out.
I know.
He just thought there would be a repeat
I
of
know.
accosting.
Yeah, we got a picture of those girls with Dr. Don.
Whether he liked it or not.
Yeah, he looked scared.
He didn't like it.
Amy, he did not like it, but he smiled.
He did.
Yeah, anyway.
He got on there really fast.
Like, holy crap, get me out here.
And I was trying to get one with Mark that time, and Mark, they wouldn't even they wouldn't even look at me.
No, and then Pammy wouldn't even come out of the bathroom stall, and we were stalking her.
She got mobbed on the end when she came
did.
out.
We're trying so hard. She's like, beeline.
Oh, never again. Not this time. I was like, hey, pretty lady, let's get a selfie. Let's do it.
You're not getting away this time.
Lack of sleep and them telling me to be comfortable being uncomfortable. I just rolled with it, my crazy Claire self, and I felt like I was hungover because I only slept for like maybe an hour. But all right, we got a minute. So any final last words for this amazing Zoom? Oh, I gotta take a picture. Ah! Look at all these faces. All right. I need some cheesers. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Okay. Oh, Amy, you're like, wait. Okay, hold on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, cheese. I love you guys.
Thank you, Claire.
You're rock stars, no problem. I'm so excited.
I love the picture of you and Joel and his wife. That was awesome.
He held the door open for me.
How did you say that? How sweet is that?
I was like, thanks, Mr. Dunn.
You're done?
Remember that one time they were right in front of us in Jackson? They went and sat in with their team in the balcony right in front of us rather than sitting where they could have been sitting.